Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Colton Cyber, and I'm here with the Digital Studio team to deliver the second part of our three-part video series. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to create and record a PowerPoint in Prezi, and we're also going to be discussing important strategies for developing a rhetorically effective presentation. So let's go ahead and get into this here, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the rhetorical situation. This is something we will always want to consider when we're composing any type of project or presentation. So let's go ahead and ask, what is a rhetorical situation and how the rhetorical situation relates to your slides and your presentation. So as the composer, speaker, or writer, you want to make intentional choices about what to include and not include in your presentation. And when considering these elements, you want to consider your choices and how you're tailoring your presentation for the audience. So you want to consider who your presentation is meant for. As well, you want to consider your purpose while you're delivering this presentation or composing this composition. And you want to consider your goals with the composition and what you want your audience to receive or how you want your audience to receive it. You want to consider your topic and what is it about your topic and how will you present the information in a way that aligns with your purposes and relates to your audience. As well, you'll want to consider the context, so what others have said about the topic, why the topic is important or significant, and what just kind of overall context is surrounding the conversation you're having, the audience, and your purposes. And finally, we'll want to consider the genre conventions and ask ourselves what the main features of the presentation genre are and how we want to go about navigating that in regards to our purpose, in regards to the topic, the context surrounding the entire composition and purpose, and of course, always leading with our audience at the front of our mind when we're composing. All right, now carrying over those ideas of the rhetorical situation into actually designing your presentation, you want to make sure that every single design element is chosen carefully and purposefully in line with the rhetorical situation. And you want the design to reflect the nature of your composition, the nature of the context, the nature of your purpose. So moving through this first bullet point here, theme and template. So you're going to want to ask yourself, does the template reflect your purpose? Will your audience connect with the template? For example, if your purpose is to convey information or an argument to a group of students or a teacher, you might choose a simple, clean design that doesn't distract from your ideas and simply states exactly what you want to be said. All right, and then our second bullet point, color. We want you to think about using a simple color scheme with high contrast colors to emphasize important information, much like when you're highlighting a text. Remember, color should add to your message, not distract from it. So be consistent with your color use and develop patterns that help your audience notice important information quickly. All right, now moving into font. Again, we want to keep fonts consistent. We want to keep consistency a key in the designing of our presentations. So choose one or two font styles that are easily able to be read, and fonts should also be around the ballpark of 14 points large so they're able to easily be read by the audience viewing your presentation. And remember that this presentation is visual on that same note. So avoid large blocks of text and use bulleted lists or short sentences that easily highlight information. And now moving into images. Remember, images are very important. You're giving a visual presentation through PowerPoint or Prezi. So you want your images to be high quality and you want them to be relevant to your purpose, audience, and that context. So remember that you're giving your presentation to an academic community, so maybe you want to choose images that are related to the classroom, like notebooks or computers, things like that. And you'll also want to avoid images that are copywritten. Two great resources for images that are open source and able to be used by anybody with the originator of that image's permissions are Pixabay and Pexels, two great resources. And finally, transitions. Transitions help your audience follow you through your presentation with clear verbal and visual transitions. Remember, your slides are there to support your verbal presentation, so you should prepare your audience to transition to a new topic before you change the slide. And remember, Everything about your presentation should be intentional. Think through your audience and purpose and make strategic rhetorical choices. And with that, I just want to say thank you and I appreciate your time. I hope you found these resources helpful. And this link here on this final slide is to make an appointment with the Digital Studio. If you feel that you're getting stuck on one of your assignments, or you feel that you're at the end part of creating the assignment and you just kind of want to critique, review, kind of see how you can make it better, always feel free to make an appointment with the Digital Studio. We are always here and we are a resource here for you. Thank you.